Well, here I am. It's 6:30 in the evening. I've been packing all afternoon. It's supposed to be the very last of my things, this, and there's a little bit more here than I'd realised, but you know, I kind of knew there might be, so I'm just going to go up and get the car now and see what I can fit in, and if I need to I can make another trip. But I must say the boat is looking very, very sad now without my things. But I'm very glad that the people that I found for it, really nice couple, and they definitely deserve the boat, so I certainly wish them all the luck in the world with it. So yeah, go and get the car, I think. Did I say I was just going? I forgot a few things. While I've been busy, the time has certainly been marching on. Well, I don't think you can see me. It's gone midnight and I've put as much stuff in the car as I possibly can, and there's still another car load, which I can do tomorrow. It's definitely less than a maximum car load though, so I should be okay. But for now, it's time to head back to London. Tonight, I'm tucking into a tasty treat. Delicious. But it needs washing down with something. I just had a good idea. And that was to drink that. Well, it's my last night on the boat. The new owners come tomorrow, and I've cleared all my stuff off except a few essentials such as lager and copious amounts of chicken drumsticks, which I've been munching my way through steadily. And I just thought I'd make a short video and share a few of my thoughts. It's a funny thing, but recently my mind's been turning to various adventures and travels that I've done on the boat. Quite out of the blue, I might just suddenly recall something, and today in particular I've been thinking about my time when I was journeying down the Kennet and Avon westward towards Bath, and what a glorious summer it was. There was still a lot to do on the boat at that stage, and the football was on. I think it was the European Cup, might have been the World Cup. I think it was the European Cup, and it was sort of like the never-ending summer, just loads of summer and loads of football and plenty of beer and cider and all things good. And I had my trusty Jaguar, and I used to be able to whiz across the country over to see my dad, and really that was like one of the high points. That was one of the high points of the boating. Another high point actually was my first summer when I got onto the Lee. I did the Lee and the Stort, and that's quite magical down there actually, and I often think about those times as well. Very nice neck of the woods if you ever get the chance to boat that way. And also, you know, just generally lots of other memories that have sort of come to mind lately. So anyway, here I am. It's my last evening here, and I just thought I'll quickly flick the camera on and just sort of, you know, take a few of my thoughts. And those are my thoughts really, just sort of reminiscing about all the good times. It's been a lot of hard work. I think if you're going to start boating, do think twice about if you're going to actually sort of do your own narrowboat build. I've enjoyed doing all the work on the boat. It's been very, very satisfying, very, very rewarding, but if I'm honest, probably about half as much work would have been ideal. It did sort of at times preclude me from, you know, maybe visiting as many places and seeing as many sites and doing as many hikes as I might like to have done. But then again, if I hadn't got anything to do on it, you know, maybe I'd have been at a bit of a loose end sometimes as well. So, you know, difficult to say really. Them's the breaks. So as I sit here tonight, I've just been listening to the radio and having my chicken drumsticks and my lager and just sort of reflecting really, and I just thought I'd share that with you. I've got until midday tomorrow when the new owners shall arrive, and I'm going to give them a really good sort of induction, as I believe you might term it. You know, show them all the rest of the things on the boat that they didn't see before, try and explain how everything works. You know, they can always phone me afterwards and, you know, say, where the hell does this wire go and what's that all about, you know, but they're new to it, so hopefully we'll have a little bit of a cruise and I can show them how to do a lock and just generally work the boat. And the thing with boating, it's quite interesting actually. You can just sort of rock up and buy a boat and someone will give you the keys and you can just go off. It's not like a car. I mean, yeah, you do need to have your license and you should get insurance obviously, and you should also make sure that the boat's got a valid BSS. So there are sort of three things very much in common with driving a car. But as far as the driving license side of thing goes, there sort of isn't one, so you can just sort of do what you want. And I think that's the way really. You just sort of dive in and crack on with it and sort of develop your techniques as you go. Funny enough, I was talking to another chap the other day and we both said about how surprised we were by how quickly the wind takes the boat. And you know, you think you've got 20 tons of steel and okay, it's windy and you know the boat's got more or less a flat side, and you would think, yeah, obviously the wind is going to have some effect on that, but my goodness, it works a lot quicker than you think. I mean, you can be just, you know, gathering your ropes and your boat's halfway out across the canal or the river. But I digress. Anyway, this was just a little thing to say, you know, what it feels like to be on the last night of the narrowboat, and it is what it is. It's a very reflective time. It's I don't regret that I'm selling it, and I certainly don't regret that I bought it and enjoyed it. I think it's just where I am. In a way, I envy the new owners tomorrow. You know, having your first day on the narrowboat, your brand new narrowboat, you're just getting there and you're arriving and it's all going to be a bit unfamiliar and a bit different, you know, all the things are, and then they'll be on their first evening and they'll probably be popping open that bottle of fizz I've left for them in the fridge and, you know, all that kind of thing. What a wonderful place to be. The start of something, you know. It's always good to be at the start and not be at the end, isn't it? And well, you know, for me it's my end and their start, isn't it? But there you go. So I did have another half a carload of stuff to load up tonight. It's funny actually, every time I think I've got one more carload, there's then half as much again, and then I do that and there's still half as much, and after that there's half as much. So the pile of stuff to remove ever diminishes by half. But theoretically, if you do that, you'd actually never get to having everything removed, would you? You just have half as much every time. So I don't know how that works, but it's probably something to do with the fact I'm a bit of a hoarder and I've probably got far too much stuff. But anyway, most of it's off the boat. I'm just going to have a little bit of a mad dash tomorrow morning and just sort of sweep around and make sure everything's in order. I've had a good clean. You know, if I'm handing something to someone, I do like to be in good condition. Done what I can. And that's about it really. I'm just going to finish up now. There's half a can of lager and 3 more chicken drumsticks to go. That's 13 of them in total, so it's quite a lot to get through, but you know, I don't like to waste them. Aldi did provide them for me, so therefore they must be eaten. And maybe even a late night movie. The telly's still here, so you never know. But that of course is if I can stay awake after all that lovely delicious Aldi lager. So anyway, that's it from me. It's I'm hopefully going to come up with some other things for you. I've got plenty of ideas. Let's see if they actually come to fruition, and we will see what the future has to hold for all of us, won't we? That's if we don't get nuked, of course. So in the meantime, this is Johnny London signing off and wishing you all well. Good night. Well, inevitably there's always one more load, isn't there? And 3/4 of a mile up the hill, but what can you do? I've made it to the car. Well, just got to load this last load into the car and meet the people back down at the boat.